Cancer, hello and welcome to your reading for July 2025. So I'm going to be using two decks during this session. I'm going to be using the After Tarot by Corinne Kenner. I'm also going to be using the Soul Coaching by Denise Lynn. So we'll do the tarot and then we'll go on to the oracle cards. So Cancer, July. Oh my God, it's July. July 2025. You pop a Cancer emoji in the comments section so I can see how many of you are Cancer. So, okay. Two of Wands, which is manifestation. So, what are you looking to manifest? And what I like with this one, there is a lot I like with this depiction of it is we've got the man and the woman. So we've got the divine feminine and masculine. And if you know about the divine feminine and masculine, the feminine dreams things into being. She gets the idea. I think I want to open a cake shop. The masculine puts it into practice and actually makes that thing happen. And these two are working together to bring about something. Okay? They're working together to bring about a manifestation in your life. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and that's our mature, intelligent, grounded queen. So, this is all about right times, and that July is about having a maturity and experience that can help you manifest something. So, one of those things where we say, you're just not ready for it yet, or the timing's not right, etc., or the timeline just doesn't feel right and solid. It feels like July is a month that it can happen. Knight of Swords. It's a month where you feel in a better position to make it happen. You feel bolder and you feel braver. We get an itchy nose at that time as well. A transition because you've moved away from something. So you've been moving away or have moved away from old versions of yourself. And I feel as well these old versions of yourself were holding you back. And maybe on some level, you've had to face the old versions of yourself first. So you can make way for the good stuff, the Ten of Cups, working through all that is needed. There's something here, Cancer, about when you actually accept that there is nothing to be scared about in relation to your feelings, your story, your experiences, traumas, all of that. When you actually sit and look in that mirror and realize that actually there's nothing to be scared of, it actually really is just energy. That's when you'll get your Ten of Cups. And that's what I'm feeling in July. And it leaves the stage clear for you to create. But I want to say as well, it's about creating something that doesn't come from chaos, that comes from something you actually want, not in a way of self-sabotage. It's something that you want to happen that comes from a place of um what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not hurting myself anymore. I think as well, Cancer, a lot of your manifestation abilities have been dumbed down a bit, possibly by spirit or your higher self, because maybe you have in the past been in a position where actually, if you'd have got the full wand to manifest, you could have caused more harm than good. And this is where we get Ten of Cups, which is about manifestations. It's about actually fulfilling your dreams, fulfilling your destiny. Deep inward. Do you see me blow that card then? Deep inward healing. Letting go of old past selves. And this comes with making peace with who you were, not trying to run from him or her. Getting clarity, being strong enough, the King of Swords. And I feel as well by the end of July, there's something here where let's get ready for the next step. I'm also feeling as well there is someone around you in July that it's interesting. I felt there's someone around you in July that needs help, but also as well that something is being carried away as well. Let's keep pulling. Self-confidence. Let's have a clarifier for that one. It's a very interesting card. Because the reading that we've got, the spread of cards that we've got, isn't actually a heavy reading. It's actually quite a light. But all of a sudden, we've got this really heavy card comes in. Let's have a clarifier for it. Not Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Something in July is going. It's going. It's been lifted. It's a closure. Making space for the sun, the joy. I wonder as well if this is also aspects of you, Cancer, where yeah, because if you think about the Two of Wands here, it wasn't just one person manifesting something, it's two people manifesting something, yeah? This is about asking help from others as well. You don't have to do it all yourself. No one's going to pat you back because you've done it all yourself. So this is something else that's coming up in July, is actually let somebody help you before it's too late. If you actually use all aspects of yourself and manifesting with others, working with others, you can create this into being. So let's use some oracle cards, Cancer. July 2020. When I said 2027 then. Oh, I have to watch out for that. I hate these Tarotscopes for that reason only. Because I always think I'm going to give a wrong date. It's 2025. This card has come up a lot in my readings today. You won't know that because this is a day of filming, so you won't know the other content I finished filming. But it's about leadership and, taking charge of your destiny and having compassion for yourself going through these transitions. Walking through your life and walking through July with grace. Grace and respect for past versions of yourself, and knowing that abundance flows through you and to you, and that you are abundant at all times, and accepting the things you can change and the things you cannot. And knowing that whatever you can change, there was a time in your life when you couldn't change it, and now that you can. So, whatever you're worried about not being able to change right now, something can happen in the future which brings about a change. Yeah, action. Okay. And the final card, Cancer, is adventure. So, July is all about adventure and spiritual adventure, deep spiritual insight and enlightenment. So, yes, thank you for watching, Cancer. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. If you want to book a session with me, my website and all of that stuff is down below. Yeah, put me your favourite emojis for the season in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Love to all. Bye. Pisces, hello and welcome to my channel. So this is your reading for July 2025. And if you could leave me a Pisces emoji in the comment section, that would be brilliant because I do like to see what star sign you all are. So I'm going to be using the After Tarot by Corinne Kenner. I'm also going to be using the Soul Coaching by Denise Lynn. So let's get to it. Pisces. Oh, that's interesting. I was getting the words deep grief and deep loss gets released, and that one flipped up. Now, this is the good old Ten of Wands where it's a man that's walking through a field or whatever, and he's got the wands all on his back and he's bent over like that. There's a deep grief in July that's going to be finally released. Okay, let's get shuffling. Pisces. Whoops. Ace of Pentacles, which leads the way for something else. The strength, you find the strength to face something. The Lovers, which is choice and healing. The past and letting it go. The King of Cups, being able to accept your feelings in relation to something. And the Two of Cups, which is about coming back to self. It's about the internal world. The Queen of Pentacles, maturity. Two of Pentacles. I did say Two of Pentacles, didn't I? We've got an itchy nose. And the King of Pentacles. So we have a deep grief that you finally feel that you can release. I'm wondering if this is tied into the solstice energies in June. Something shifts, an upgrade, the past, being comfortable with yourself and with a situation. I'm going to pull a clarifier for the Two of Pentacles. Empress, yeah, and the High Priestess, okay? I think there's this pentacle energy, this Two of Pentacle energy is possibly tied in to a part of you that actually felt comfort in holding on to something or someone, and you're able to release it. And that's interesting as well, because as I'm looking down on my desk, we've got the King and Queen of Pentacles either side of those cards as like a supportive energy. So this is almost like a real solid, supportive, grounded energy that holds space for something in July so that you're able to release that part of you that was holding on to this old story, trauma, grief, pain. And you're able to create something and go forward with it. And I like the fact that we've got in this reading for Pisces, we've got a lot of the masculine and feminine energy. We've not just got a read, because sometimes you can do a read and it's all masculine, all kings and pages and stuff. Or sometimes it can be very feminine. Whereas this reading, there's a mixture. Even that is like the Two of Pentacles, being able to find balance. Also, as well as this finding balance between the masculine and the feminine. You know, I've just done Cancer Tarotscope and that was quite similar as well. So letting something go, coming back home to yourself, feeling like you're able to breathe as you go through July. Oops, Cancer got this as well. Leadership, standing strong, standing tall. You're also going through a big, deep spiritual awakening in July. If you're already on your awakening path, get ready to take it to the next level. Get ready to take it to the next level, especially around the Lion's Gate, which is coming in August, and a commitment to your path of healing. Yeah, needing to have a really commitment to your spiritual practice. So, you know, regular meditation, etc. And a big breakthrough. A big breakthrough is coming. Okay. So I want to do some more. Enthusiasm, finding and embracing your enthusiasm for change. And focus, keep your focus on something. Don't let yourself get distracted. And this is where you're going to reach your freedom. Oh, Pisces, why am I jealous that I am not a Piscean? So July is looking good. Yes, releasing that big burden, healing, stepping forward, new seeds to be sown. stepping into your feminine and your masculine, letting go of the past. And I'm also as well, I'm getting it's feeling safe for Pisces to let go of the past. Something's changed where it now feels safe for you to do that. So, give me your favorite emojis for either the summer or the winter, depending on where you are in the world. And yes, thanks for watching. Love to all. Remember, my booking system, if you're watching on YouTube, is down below in the description box for booking sessions. Thanks for watching. Love to all. Bye. Scorpio, hello and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for July 2025. I'm going to be using the After Tarot by Corinne Kenner. I'm also going to be using the Soul Coaching by Denise Lynn. So let's get to it. We'll do the tarot first and then we'll go into the oracle cards. And if you can leave me a Scorpio emoji in the comments, because you know how nosy I am and I like to see whose star sign is what. So Scorpio, July 2025. Okay, Ace of Wands coming in. And at the bottom, we've got the Eight of Cups, release, deep release. Letting go of something that used to mean something to you, something or someone. It'll be different for those watching. Oh, we've got an Ace of Swords as well. So we've got Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. Something here has got power behind it, to put it that way. It's not just something that you do, it's also going to be something that you say. And I'm wondering with that if it's kind of like, you know what, I'm going to book a holiday to Ibiza. And then you don't do it. This is that, but then it's about, you know what, I'm going to book a holiday to Ibiza and then getting online and doing it. You know what, I'm going to have my notice in and then doing it. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, action and speech, but also as well, the truth comes through. Ooh. And Page of Pentacles, something that means something to you. That's interesting. I'm hearing the words. If somebody said to you, you only have so long left, I'm not saying you do, but you've only got so long left, what would you do with the rest of your life? Would you stay where you are in the pain that you are, or would you go forward? There's also something, and this could be a personal message of someone that has passed you some skills. Now, this could be generational line, it could be someone that you know in your life that's passed you down some skills, but there's some skills here that you've received that can help to bring about a transformation. We've got the death card, which is death and rebirth, which is kind of what I was saying in the last little bit of the reading of if you had so long to live, what would you do with the rest of your life? And isn't it sad that we live in a matrix where we do just plod? Page of Wands, we've got a lot of walking away energy. Page of Wands, needing to make something happen. There's something here I'm feeling about wanting to control something or someone. And I feel that this is either, it can be either or, because obviously yeah, you're all Scorpio, but you'll be living in different ways. There's something here about letting either someone or something, giving it the space to do what it needs to do or what they need to do. And maybe that'll cause you more peace. Yeah, Four of Pentacles coming in afterwards, which is holding on at all costs to a point where we get a Grim Reaper type energy coming in. So whether it's a person, a situation, a mindset, you need to let that go or let them go. Otherwise, it'll destroy you from the inside out. If you let it go, you get your King of Wands and you're able to go forward. Queen of Swords, you're then able to cut swords, cut cords, sorry, which reminds me of the first two cards, which was the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. So, you know, action and cut through. Everything's clear now so that I can make action. Remember these two cards here? Let me remind you with speech problems. I now know it's clear what I need to do. Or maybe as well with these two, you do something and it all becomes clear. Oh, it's a riddle. We like a riddle. We don't actually, but there you go. And Hierophant, enlightenment and wisdom. I mean, this can also, away from the spiritual aspect, it could also be as well for July. For some of you, taking on authority, taking on the powers that were energy. And this could be in a physical aspect or an energetic aspect of what is expected of you. Interesting. So, Scorpio. Power, stepping into your power with grace at the bottom of the deck. And lead God, this card today has come out and come out and come out. Leadership, stepping forward, being the lighthouse, a commitment to the path, a commitment to seeing something through to the very end. A big breakthrough is coming. Pleasure, enjoying life. Again, comes back to that message we got, wasn't it? About if you only had so long to live, what would you change about your life? And radiance, phoenix rising from the ashes. So that's your reading. Before you go, remember if you're watching on YouTube, that if you want to book a session with me, they're all via Zoom, and you can book those via the booking system in the description or pinned comment. Give me your favourite emojis for either summer or winter, depending on where you are in the world. If you're in the northern hemisphere, you'll be in summer. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you'll be in winter. Thanks for watching. Love to all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Aries, hello and welcome to my channel. So this is your reading for July 2025. And I think this is the fourth Tarotscope I filmed today, and they are rather quite interesting. So God knows what's going on in June in the collective, but whatever it is, it's explosive. So, Aries. Okay, completion. Three of Pentacles, completing a task. And being quite proud of what you've achieved. So let me explain the card. It's a Three of Pentacles, and this stonemason here has completed a statue and he's stepping back and he's looking at it and he's going, you know what? I kind of like that. Now, the traditional depiction of this is where there's two other people with him and they are giving him the applaud. And it's about being recognized. In this depiction for this reading, this is about not actually waiting for people to see you or recognize you, and for you to recognize you first. So if you've made a cake, thank you for that. If you've made a cake, if you've, I don't know, started a new job, if you've created something amazing, set up a social media platform, and you're waiting for somebody to give you recognition, then stop. Because before it's like being loved, isn't it? Before you can get love from another, you've got to love yourself first. So this is about whatever you've achieved, you give yourself the pat on the back first. And that's a big light bulb moment with the tower at the bottom of the deck. Um, if you can hear things in the background, I am doing a live at the same time as doing filming. Wheel of Fortune, taking on your destiny, taking something forward. So you've completed something, You get to your emails and there's another job coming. So it's like you've just got time to go, whew, I'm glad I finished that. Let's go for a can of Pepsi or something or a coffee to recover. And then before you've had a chance to breathe, your next mission lands. So death and rebirth. A total deep clean, the closing of one chapter and the starting of another. And this is about manifesting with your divine feminine and your masculine. And let me explain what that is. So the feminine, I'm going to open a flower shop. It's going to have all of these colours. It's going to be in this part of town. I'm going to have this type of client. I'm going to do weddings and all of that. The masculine makes that happen. So the masculine parts of us gets out and looks at places. The masculine sorts the money out and makes our dreams come true. It's why sometimes if you're too into your feminine, you may have these wonderful ideas, but you can't bring them into fruition. And sometimes if you're too into your masculine, you're doing without no flow or change or new ideas. Okay. Eight of Wands, going forward, taking charge, fast moving change, fast moving energy. July, Aries, is a time for meetings. It's a time for getting things sorted and getting things done. Balancing what you give and receive as well. So there may be worries over money here. And am I enough? Am I going to get enough? And the answer to this, I think, is the Queen of Cups. So, as an observer of humanity at the minute, many people are stuck on this wheel of overachieving because they're scared of not having enough. And in actual fact, when you step out of that and actually step into looking after yourself and step into your heart and self-care, you know that you don't need to be on that treadmill anymore. You know that the universe will find ways to look after you. We've got the Five of Wands, battles. And we've got the Queen of Wands. I think this here is either, it can be both, because obviously Aries, those that are watching on the YouTube will be watching your Aries. So it'll be playing out differently. But I feel this can be, is or stuff within you or stuff external, fights and battles and everyday stuff that you need to master. It's almost like a really big leveling up energy is July. And it's like, am I going to let this overwhelm me? Or if it is somebody else, am I going to let this drag me in and take me out of my lane? Interesting. So let's do your oracle cards, Aries. Now, for the Tarotscopes I've done today so far, I'm getting the same, nearly the same oracle card coming out. Whoops. Delight, taking delight and joy in what you do and what you bring to the world, and having enthusiasm. So the new energies that we're going into is about having enthusiasm. Yeah. There's no point, the new earth, the new energies, whatever you want to call them, new frequencies. The days of just plodding along and barely dragging yourself through life is over. It's ending. So this is about, I want enthusiasm for everything I do, everything I'm a part of. And fulfillment and abundance flows to Aries in a big way. You see how it works with the universe? If you stay in the eat, sleep, rave, repeat cycle, you won't get any of this. The minute you actually follow your heart's desire, that's when you get everything that you need and want. And you are emerging into new aspects of yourself. And you've got new energy, new upgrades. These have possibly come in with the solstice that we've had in June. Yeah. And you're ready to take that forward. Healing as well. So there's lots of healing happening. And I'm wondering if that healing that's happening is actually what's helping to bring this about. And then we've got a very long word here, impeccability. Impeccability, be impeccable. Stand in front of that orchestra and lead. And that's your reading, Aries. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube and you would like to book a session with me, you go below to the description box and pinned comment, and the website's there. It's a booking system. It's really easy to use. And yeah, show me some of your favorite emojis in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Love to all. Bye. Leo, hello and welcome to my channel. So this is your reading for July 2025. The two decks that I'm going to be using is the After Tarot by Corinne Kenner, and I'm also going to be using the Soul Coaching by Denise Lynn. So let's get to it. We'll do the tarot first and then the oracle cards. Leave me a Leo emoji in the comment section, please. Ooh, okay, so we've got the Hermit in reverse. Somebody's giving you the silent treatment in July, Leo. I'm feeling this person is doing it as a punishment. Let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. Ace of Cups. So you're being asked. Oh, yes. Look at that. At the bottom of the deck, Eight of Cups. Somebody here wants to leave you with their stuff to deal with. Okay. So this is multi-layered, this message. Okay. So they're giving you the silent treatment. They don't give a shit about your feelings, your emotions. They're quite cold, quite calculated. Please, please, please do not look to them for emotional support. Now, this doesn't mean to say they're a bad person. It could be they've just got that much trauma, they can't even show up for themselves. They are then, therefore, not going to show up for you. Okay? So, with the Ace of Cups, this is saying, Leo, please look after yourself in this situation. You know, the Hermit in reverse is what I call deep, dark, and dangerous in a way, because when he's upright, he's a deep thinker. But when he's in reverse, the Hermit, it can be too deep. It can be, you'll never get to the bottom of this problem or this person. It can also be when someone's very cold and there's no depth there. You avoid them at the, like all cost. Magician comes in and says you have all the tools on the table to actually get yourself out of this situation and away from it. This could be work, it could be family, it could be relationship, it could be neighbor, it could be anything that'll play out differently for all of you. But we've definitely got three here. And look at this as well. So I also feel as well with this that there are other people involved. So this could be people mixing shit. This could be others involved in other ways, but we're dealing with something that it's not just one person here. Knight of Pentacles, but this is an opportunity for you to step back and step forward with something else. I think you're going to be seeing this person or person's true colors, and this is almost like the universe saying, "Are you going to look at this or what?" The universe is bringing it up. Maybe you've had your suspicions about something and it's just, I'm not sure. But in July, it comes up in a big way. And King of Pentacle comes in. So this information comes in. Whoops. What am I going to do with it? And the King of Pentacles is the dependable king. He's wealthy, he's mature, he's got life experience behind him. And I like the fact how I've put these two on the table. Because working together, the Magician and the King of Pentacles, he has all the tools on the table to make a change, and he is dependable. He's trustworthy, and he's got money, he's got wealth. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean the physical money, it could also be a wealth of experience, a wealth of life experience. So, if there's a part of you in July that goes, I can't deal with this, I can't face it, stop bullshitting yourself, because the cards quite clearly say that you can. This is about your internal world. I feel as though this is also a big, deep karmic contract that you've possibly been trying to run away from. And it's possibly one of the ones that you actually need to complete in order to find peace and closure. I feel that whoever this person is that's been gaslighting you or ignoring you, they will bring about their own destruction. Um, it's about looking after you now, looking after you and your needs and well-being. For some of you, this situation has been going on for some time. Um, yes, interesting. I swear to God. Now, as I'm doing these Tarotscopes, right, I'm doing a live. So all the people on this live will know that I'm not bullshitting, and I don't bullshit anyway. But this card leadership has come through for every single Tarotscope. Every single Tarotscope I've done today. So this is July, man. This July is wanting us to be the lighthouse. It's about you saving you. And again, this is another card that's coming in, awakening. Awakening to something in your life, which then brings you to a point of actually, because the truth is, everything that happens to us in our lives is a teaching moment. And whatever this is a big for you. Keep your focus. Keep your focus. I also feel as well that somebody, I don't want to say is focused on you, but they're watching. There could be some, what's the word? What's it called? I use this projection. There's some projection here as well. So somebody's projecting their stuff to you. Freedom is liberation. So that moment when this revelation comes up and you feel the pain, it's trying to bring you about a freedom. And you need to take action. Again, these cards have been coming up. Communication, saying and speaking up and being heard. And compassion for yourself as you are going through this. So that's your reading. Interesting, isn't it? I wonder what July is going to bring. I can't wait. Any astrologers watching on the YouTube or the live in relation to July? Because it's going to be interesting. If you want to book a session with me and you're watching on the YouTube, description box below. All sessions are via Zoom and you can book them in via the website, the booking system, which is really easy to use. Give me your favourite summer or winter emojis, depending on where you are in the world and what season you're in. And yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Sagittarius, hello and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for July 2025. And could you leave me the Sagittarius emoji in the comment section? Just because I do like to see what star sign follows me the most. Right, we're going to be using two decks in this reading. The After Tarot by Corinne Kenner and the Soul Coaching by Denise Lynn. So let's get to it. So Sagittarius, July 2025. And by the time you're watching this on YouTube, we will be over halfway through the year. How does that feel? Sagittarius, so the moon. The moon coming in. They've got the, that's interesting. We've got the Chariot at the bottom. The internal waters. When the internal waters are clear, then you'll be able to go forward. So this is about, July feels as though it's about, for Sagittarius, clearing the internal waters. So clearing the emotional body. Clearing those emotions. You know, when your emotions are all over the place, because that's what I'm being shown. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want to manifest. You don't know who you are, who you want in your life or anything. I'm feeling before you make that next move, sort out your emotions. So there's some moon work needed here, internal world, and some strength. Find stepping into your power. And these two together, you know, kind of confirm that. Yeah. I need to come from this from a perspective of strength. I can't be all wishy-washy and all over the place. It's like showing up for your first day at a job with your tie all skew with and you forgot your pen and you even got your whatever. This is about showing up. This is about showing up and not just letting life pass you by. It's about taking charge. The tower, the clearing. Well, we've got four major arcana, Sagittarius. So this is a big thing, a big shift, a big clearing. Let's keep pulling. And we've got the Queen of Wands, which again, she's been coming up a lot in the Tarotscopes. Creativity. Is there something here, Sagittarius, in July where I don't know, I'm going to get out this or around this. I can't make head nor tail of this. This type of energy. What am I going to do? But the Queen of Wands comes in at some point in July and shows you what you need to do. But I'm feeling for some of you, you're not going to like what it is you need to do. Because what it is you need to do causes conflict. Queen of Cups. Recovery. Confidence. And cleaning something up. Right, Sagittarius, before you can move on with your chariot, right, I'll tell you what the analogy I'm getting. Your taxi's just pulled up, okay? Your taxi's pulled up outside. You go to get your bag and the handle snaps off and the zip flaps open and everything falls out. So the taxi's outside and he's actually quite a good taxi and he's going to wait for you, right? But you need to get that bag all sorted. You may even need to change that bag. That's the analogy that I'm getting for Sagittarius, okay? It's your time, but you've got to get things in order first because it's about pulling all the energy that you actually want to take forward, and not bringing in all of that old energy, that old chaos. You can't just think, oh, sod the bag. Fuck it. I don't care about the bag. In fact, I'm going because in that bag is your phone, your keys, and your wallet, your purse. So how are you going to pay for your taxi? How are you going to lock your door up? That's the analogy that I'm saying. So get everything in order. Use July to clear the decks. Face your demons. Time out. Recovery. Working on your sense of self-worth. Making a strategy for coming forward, and that's how you can come back in your chariot. And that's how you release yourself, the Eight of Swords. So let's do your oracle cards now. Action. Boom. Action. Sometimes we have to clear up the past before we can step forward and voyage. So going on again, we've got the voyage, we have the chariot. This is movement, but this is the right type of movement. Yeah. Focus. Stay in your lane. That's interesting as well. It's like, we give the bag analogy. Well, what I'm also seeing for this is don't even let it get to that point at the beginning in the first place. When you pick that bag up, check that it's not going to just explode on you. Check that it's zipped. Do you see what the analogy here is all about? Freedom, liberation, going forward. Lots of fast movement, communication. You need to also communicate your feelings here. I think you're wanting someone in your life to get you and understand you and know what you're about, and they can't. You're going to have to speak up about something. You're struggling to mention how you're feeling and say how you're feeling, having compassion for yourself going through this, and answers found in the silence. And that's your reading, Sagittarius. So if you want to book a session with me and you're watching on YouTube, you go to the description box beneath this video or the pinned comment, and the website's there. It's a booking system. It's really easy to use. Leave me your favourite either summer or winter emoji, depending on where you are in the world. It could be your summer right now or your winter. And yes, thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Taurus, hello and welcome to my channel. So this is your reading for July 2025. I'm going to be using two decks, the Astro Matrix Tarot and Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. So we'll do the tarot first and then we'll go on to the oracle cards. So, Taurus. Leave me an emoji in the comment section if you're Taurus, so I can see who follows me that is a Taurian. Let me know how you're finding the summer, or actually the winter if you're in the southern hemisphere. Whoops. So we've already got three. We've got the Hermit, Taurus. We've got the Three of Cups for Taurus. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles for Taurus. Let's keep shuffling. There's some deep thinking needed in relation to a relationship, a friendship, or a connection. And this deep thinking is needed in relation to where you take it forward next. Maybe there's some healing needed in this connection. Taurus. Temperance and balance. At the bottom, we've got the King of Cups, so kindness as well. We've got Three of Swords. We've got the Empress. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Queen of Swords. And we've got the Two of Cups. Interesting. So we are definitely dealing with a friendship or a relationship. It could be work, it could be family, it could be mother and child, father and child, where there's been a problem. One of you's walked away, two of you have walked away, or a group of you have, or maybe you're outside of a group of people. And this is about thinking really deeply in relation to what you need to do going forward. And this isn't possibly necessarily you trying to heal the situation, it's about the internal work. What wounding within me has possibly brought this to the surface? Is there any repetitive repetitive patterns here that I need to be aware of? What can I do to alchemize this for myself? Also, as well, sometimes things just need to play out and we don't know why they need to play out, and we have to be patient. But also, as well, I feel with this, there's also the balance, and isn't life frustrating at times, but there's also the balance of going in too strong to try and heal something and then not giving a shit. Oh, I'm not going to text them, then I'm not going to contact them, or I'm going to text them all the time. So there's some type of balance here needed. There's definitely some heart healing needed. Okay. Definitely some heart healing. Doing some inward work. We've got the Empress, so we're dealing with the creator, or we're dealing with a mother figure. You could be the mother figure. We're dealing with a loss or a completion of something. We then get the Queen of Swords that comes into this reading to say, look, you can't control other people, but what you can control is yourself. So what can you do, I do, to make this better for me, to make this healthy and wholesome for me? And in working on the internal world, it also helps with the external world. So this card, some people will say it's about romance and connection. It is. But on a deeper level, it's about our internal world being reflected out into the external and allowing healing to come in for that. Okay, so let's do your oracle card. Read it. Ooh, for a minute, I thought I didn't have my mic on then. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order for others to fit in? Interesting. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? I feel as well there's possibly an energy here that's stuck in something. Do you know, so I'm being shown a situation where there's been a fallout and we're trying to work it out, but we're getting nowhere. And sometimes the best thing to do is to just step back from it and get on with your life and see what happens. Because I'm hearing the words too many cooks spoil the broth. birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So this is about any creations you want to bring in, anything that you can bring in for your life during this time. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So from dark into light, there is guidance coming. There is guidance here, okay? Have faith. And this is the crumbling. I'm getting this card a lot in the healing sessions and in the tarot sessions that I do with clients. This literally feeling of being ripped apart to let the light in. Um, but also as well, they say, don't they? Cracked open to let the light in. I say that as well. But being cracked open to let the light in, you can also let the dark in. The dark can also creep in. So that's all the underbelly stuff. So we've got to watch for that and trust the niggle. What is niggling? What is this niggling feeling trying to tell you? And those are your oracle cards. I know this reading doesn't give you a solution as much as you'd like it to, but what it does say is give it time, give it patience, try not to overthink it. Have your firm boundaries in place in relation to what you're going to put up with. And try and see the situation from a perspective of what is this trying to teach me, show me, and how is this going to help me evolve as a person? Thank you for watching. People do keep asking me, how do I book a session with you? If you're watching on YouTube, you got the description box and the pinned comment below. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see my website. There is a booking system on there and it's really easy to use. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Virgo, hello and welcome to my channel. So this is your reading for July 2025. I'm going to be using the Astro Matrix Tarot. I'm also going to be using the Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. We're going to do the tarot first and then we're going to do the oracle cards as normal. I think I've been doing it this way since 2020. Oops. Virgo, let me know if you're a Virgo by putting me a Virgo emoji in the comments section, just because I like to see who is Virgo. And I love it when cards flip out. So, ooh, there's a leveling up coming, Virgo. I'll show you the cards in a minute. True now, actually. We've got the tower. So something comes in, boom. Could be a light bulb moment, could be a shock, could be a clearing, could be all of it. But the tower comes in to shake up our foundations. It comes in to bring about change. It can be something that's been said, done, or experienced. But what it's asking you to do, Virgo, is to step into your Queen of Pentacle. And this is to step into maturity and wisdom. We do have the Seven of Cups coming in as well. We'll see what comes from that. Three of Pentacles. Something that needs to be sorted out, planned, a lot going on. So you've had this clearing, you're stepping into your Queen of Pentacles, you know your self-worth, you know what you're bringing to the table. But there's a whole host of responsibility comes with that, or things to do, things to sort out. And this could be emotional stuff, it could be physical stuff. But it's even if it's physical stuff, it brings up emotional reactions. Okay. So it could be like insecurities, etc. And we've got the Three of Pentacles of doing the work and putting the work in with others as well to try and come to a conclusion. And we've got the card of judgment, the phoenix rising up from the ashes. You get this cleared, the lovers. You are going to get this cleared. Whatever comes up in July with that tower, that leveling up, when you step into your Queen of Pentacles energy and you face something head on, you get it cleared. You've got judgment. Judgment is exposure, but it's also clearing. And then you get your lover's card coming in, which is choice and healing. And from a biblical sense, it's like, the Garden of Eden. So it's creating something in your life that means something that is special. Okay, we've got four of wands at the bottom, which is celebration. So say you got, I don't know, someone that's just done their A levels, and they say, Claire, pull me some cards. Am I going to pass my A levels? And you get that, they're going to pass their A levels. If someone's taken the driving test and they get that upright, they're going to pass the driving test. And it's the Fool, the new beginning. Ooh, Virgo. Ooh, the star. Ooh, God, you're spoilt for choice. One, two, three, four, five major arcana and a Queen of Swords. And with this, and I feel as though this is by the end of July, you know what you need to do. An old version of yourself as well is being released, and I think it's getting released in this. The old version of yourself is getting released, and it's getting released in this card. Old illusion, delusion, old bullshitty stories that you tell yourself that's not true, by the way. Um, ooh, I like that. If you can hear a little bit of background noise, I'm doing a live on TikTok at the same time. Aren't I? How are you all doing? I'll concentrate on YouTube though, just a minute. So, Virgo. Ooh. Council of Light, divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. So, this is also spirit helping you with this. Maybe you've done some work to get to this point with an itchy nose. Birthing a new age. Okay. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So, new jobs, new relations, new connections, new upgrades. New, new, new. I like it. The ever unfolding rose. Okay. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Okay. So, like a rose is a gift that keeps on giving. And this scenario that I'm seeing in your life for July is the same. It opens and it opens and it opens and it opens. And then do you know what? There'll be a release. And then the bud comes back again. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Don't you get excited when we can release soul contracts, past lives? This is getting off the karmic wheel. There's an aspect of you getting off the karmic wheel, Virgo. Say yes. You've got the card of yes. So say yes to new experiences. Don't be a Debbie Downer or a Debbie Downer. Debbie Downer and Debbie Downer. The same people, actually. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing, deep, profound healing. One final card, Virgo. Inner temple. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. So, if you're watching me thinking, how am I going to make this happen? Heart, heart, heart. Tune into that portal of the heart. In my personal sessions with clients, we keep talking about put the hand on the heart and then think about what you're going to do next. Put the hand on the heart and then do your meditation, your healing, whether it's for yourself or for a client, and see what happens. Interesting. I would be intrigued to see how July is panning out for you. Let me know in the comments. And yes, if you want to book a session with me, my website is below in the description. Pinned comment. It's a booking system, very easy to use on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Capricorn, hello and welcome to my channel. So this is your reading for July 2025. I'm going to be using two decks, the Astro Matrix Tarot, of which I love, and the Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. Okay, so we'll do the tarot first and then we'll go and do the oracle cards. So this is for Capricorn, July 2025. Put a Capricorn emoji in the comment section so that I can see how many people follow me that are Capricorn. It's a very powerful star sign is Capricorn, isn't it? One's fallen out already. Oh, Page of Pentacles. You've been thinking about something, doing something. It could even be someone for a while. You're pondering something, not sure what to do with it in July. Let's keep pulling. Capricorn. Ten of Swords. Don't let past mistakes, past betrayals hold you back with this. There's something here that means a lot to you, okay? What's at the bottom? Deceit, Seven of Swords. So let's keep pulling, Capricorn. Ten of Pentacles. This could even be somebody wanting to take your ideas or take something that's yours. What I'm feeling is also as well, for some of you, this could be if you're doing something that your family don't agree with, the hierarchy in your family. It could also be the hierarchy within the workplace. Let's keep pulling. Yeah. Four of Pentacles. Somebody wants you to stay as you are. They don't want you. I mean, look at that card. I love Page of Pentacles. You've got a brand new idea. You want to make something, you want to bring something into fruition. It could be anything, an actual physical thing, an energetic thing. It could be a new way of being for yourself. But old betrayals, new betrayals, the hierarchical systems, somebody wants to hold on. This could also be you, and it could be both aspects. So it could be other people wanting to hold you back, but it could also be old wounding at play here. And you've got to deal with that. You may have to put your foot down and say, look, this is what I'm going to be doing. And it's, yes, you are, Tower. This is what I'm going to be doing. This means something to me. It may not work. I may get it wrong. I may live to regret it. But actually, what I'm feeling here is whatever this is part of your karmic contract. And that's how you've got to step into your King of Pentacles. Sometimes, your masculine's got to come in. You've got to say, look, no, I'm going to do this. So if this is somebody else trying to stop you or yourself, be firm but be kind. Also, as well, the King of Pentacles comes into a reading for many reasons, but for the reason for this reading is because you need to know that you're good enough. True fact. And this is something you need to heal and clean up about yourself because there's possibly something here where this happens a lot in your life or has happened where you want to do something, but you don't because you let the past get you down. It could also be things that have been said to you within hierarchical structures like family, etc. And this is Hierophant time. So this is about enlightenment. Do I want to stay as I am for the rest of my life, feeling beholden to others? No. So, Capricorn. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. It feels like some people want to step away from you now. They don't like what you're doing. They don't agree. And it's so call in your soul tribe. Everyone needs a soul tribe. Those people that get you, that can provide safe spaces. They don't blow bubbles up your ass, but they provide safe spaces. Unbound, yes. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Didn't Virgo get that as well at the bottom of the deck? Interesting. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So that Page of Pentacles, holding that pentacle, isn't just a pentacle. It's something that your soul is wanting you to do. It's calling you to do something. If you let old wounding and people's opinions hold you back, I, I was about to say no, no, no. And we've got the card of no, no, no. No, no, no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Okay? Say no to people that want to hold you back. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? So, needing to mother and nurture yourself going through this. And Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? There's something here where you feel on some level that you haven't answered your deepest calling, and maybe that's what's coming in with this reading. Starseed, what lights you up? Okay. Interesting, Capricorn. If the worst thing that happens, you do something, but it doesn't work out, it's better to have done it, to have known that it doesn't work, and you can tick it off and move on to something else. To something that you're meant to be doing. Does that make sense? Um, Life can be like that. You do something, put your heart and soul into it. It doesn't work, it fails, but then you go and find what does work. And that's what I'm feeling here. So, if you want to book a session with me, Capricorn, and you're watching on YouTube, please go to the description box of the pinned comment, scroll down a bit, and you'll see my website, which has my booking system on it. Do like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Gemini, hello and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing your reading for July 2025. I'm going to be using the Astro Matrix Tarot. I'm also going to be using the Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. We'll do tarot first and then we'll go into the oracle cards. Okay, so leave me a Gemini emoji in the comment section, because you know how I love to see who follows me. We've got a card that's flipped up already for Gemini. Ooh, and two that have flipped up. So we've take that. Eight of Pentacles. There's work to be done. What's the other card that flipped up for you? Work to be done on forgiveness, Gemini. Ooh, there's work to be done on some forgiveness. Let's keep shuffling. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Gemini. Could be something to do with family, home, hearth and home. Justice. There is work to be done, but you manage it. There's something here that you're able to complete. It could even be as well, because remember, tarot can be very nuanced. It could be that you're ready to forgive, release, and move on, and that's fine. And if there could be any apologies from either side, that's also fine. But also, as well, with this one, the Four of Cups, I'm feeling that you also get to a point where you're at peace if the other side isn't ready. Maybe you've been getting bugged because somebody won't let something go, that they're still reminding you of something that went on in 1912. 1912? I doubt that'd have accepted, but existed. 1912. It can actually be from past lives, that. Stop joking. Somebody's dragging something on and they refuse to let it go, and actually are going to be at peace with that. Ooh, what we're doing. Yeah, Seven of Wands defense. It's like, yeah, okay, you want to keep dragging it on, you want to keep dragging it up. I'm fine with that. If you want to keep looping in your circles, I'm fine. I will do my bit to try and be of service. I will do my bit in this relationship, friendship. But as far as dealing with what you're feeling with, I'm not bothered. I've made peace with it. I've made peace. But you do have boundaries in this situation. So for although you have made peace with it, you're not going to take shit. So if this person wants to keep rattling you, you will step away. The world. Ending of a cycle. I think you needed to know this person as well for them to help you get to this point in your life, possibly in your karmic contract. The Hierophant, enlightenment and wisdom, and the King of Pentacles, knowing exactly what you bring to the table. This is a nice one, Gemini. Do you know, as a Tarotscope reader, you latch on to all the different Tarotscopes and what's happening. And Gemini for a while has been very, but this reading feels like something's just shifted, and it's like, I'm at peace with that. I'm at peace with it. You don't affect me anymore. I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. And maybe you and this person or people have been working through this for lifetimes. I'm also here breaking point as well. So this connection, it could be a connection with another. It could also be a memory that you're breaking away from. Interesting, Gemini. Break the chain, ancestral patterns healing and rewriting the future. Boom, Gemini, go on. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? You're going to stop doing that in July. You're going to stop pussyfooting around people as well, and you're going to tell them exactly how you feel and what you're willing to put up with. You know that situation where someone's making you cringe and they're just being a bit of a twat, and you don't say anything because you want to keep the peace. That ends in July. And with that, we've got boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So this is down to upgrades. I mean, at the time of filming, which is in June for me, we have just come out of a big geomagnetic storm. So there's a lot of upgrades. We've got the solstice as well coming up. Well, by the time you watch this, you would have had the solstice. So, ooh, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. But also know that in July, you will need time down to just decompress. Makes sense. Priestess or priest. How are you being called to step up and lead? So, this is a situation in which you've now got to step up and lead, taking charge of your life. Ooh. Mirror who or what is triggering you. So, this comes right back around to some soul work. Somebody in your life is reflecting something back at you that you don't like. Well, this is your chance to heal it. Riddle me this. That's your reading for July, Gemini. If you want to book a session with me and you're watching on YouTube, go to the description box beneath the reading or the pinned comment and scroll down a little bit. And the website is there. It's a booking system. It's really easy to use. Thanks for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Libra, hello and welcome to my channel. So this is your reading for July 2025. We're going to be using the Astro Matrix Tarot, and we're also going to be using the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. We'll do the tarot first and then we'll get into the oracle cards. So leave me a Libra emoji in the comment section if you are a Libran. So Libra. Okay, the Hanged One, looking for a different perspective, death and rebirth at the bottom. So we're coming into this reading with two big major arcana cards. So there's something huge here. And I'm feeling it's down to needing to look at something from a different perspective in order to change something. So whatever that is, who knows? We may find out in the deck. We may not. We've got the Hierophant as well, another major arcana. So let's keep pulling. Hierophant is enlightenment, it's spiritual teaching, it's the light coming in. It's also taking counsel from someone that's wise. Nine of Pentacles, your self-confidence and self-worth. Is this you starting to see your value? Two of Pentacles. After a time of uncertainty. If you constantly see yourself as not worthy, you'll get more of that. The Two of Pentacles is the infinity sign and it's out of alignment. It's bent. If you see it, can you see it? Yeah. To be working, that's meant to be like that, straight in a line. It's out of alignment because she's trying to hold two pentacles at the same time. And this is about a rebalancing of the waters of her body, of her energy field. Yeah. Mental, physical, spiritual. And it's about really knowing who she or he is. Yeah. And that is tied in with the Hanged One, which is the Hanged Man. So changing your perspective of how you see yourself. That's how you're going to be able to heal something. There's some unworthy feelings here. And that needs to be dealt with. We've got Ace of Wands as well, which is powerful, and some Seven of Swords. Oh, that's interesting as well, because that's placed on my desk under that. So old deceits, old trickeries have affected your self-confidence. It could be family, it could be relationship, it could be situationships. The way people have treated you or the things they've said about you has impacted you. And it's at April then. Well, we've already had April, so April next year is a big month for you. That needs to be dealt with, and I think July is going to get that dealt with for you. It's gonna clear something. Oh, but we've got the Four of Pentacles. Let's keep pulling. Come on, let's do this. Page of Swords and the World. Phew. This wound that I'm sensing for you is really painful. It's really painful, and I can actually feel it in my own body. You're gonna have to take a big deep breath. You're gonna have to dig deep and all of that spiritual teaching, all of your life knowledge to alchemize it, to really think, is this serving me going forward? Because also as well, the hanged man, the hanged one, can be blocks. So you may be struggling to go forward in life because you don't value yourself, you don't love yourself. So you could be sabotaging. And remember, everything's a frequency. So if you're giving out this energy and this frequency of unworthiness, you're going to pull people in and situations that are going to amplify that and bring it up to you and go poof, into your face until you deal with it. Libra. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. We are actually meant to be creating heaven on earth. It's only the damaged human aspect that is still clinging on to that old 3D false matrix. Inner temple. This is about the inner world, your inner world. Before you can get the outer world sorted, the inner world needs to be dealt with ASAP. I feel as well for some of you, July could bring about, I was use the word crisis point because that's dramatic, even though I'm a dramatic at times. But this is almost like a point where you're going to be forced to stop to look at something. Inner temple, devotion, tune in to the portal of your heart. And again, it's the heart. Priestess, priest, how are you being called to step up and lead? So, how are you being called to step up and lead in changing your life? And mirror, I did say, didn't I? Something's been reflected. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Who or what has come into your life to bring this wounding out? Okay. They're not your enemy. They're not evil. They're not dark. They're trying to trigger something out because maybe it's something you've been carrying for lifetime after lifetime, and you're trying to birth a new you, a new age for you to being. Birth a new creations, dreaming in a new world. And unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and this card, I swear to God, has been coming out continuously in the Tarotscopes today. There is a lot of unbounding. There is a lot of soul contracts being cleared. But in order to do that, it's not going to be like that. There's going to be a lot of work needed. And it's going to be a point where you get and you go, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I refuse to feel like this. I refuse to be a victim. Okay. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So stop isolating yourself off as well. Libra, interesting. So if you want to book a session with me, video links below. No, it's not. If you're watching on YouTube, the website is below in the description or the pinned comment. It's a booking system, really easy to use. Thanks for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. Happy July, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Aquarius, hello and welcome to my channel. So this is your reading for July 2025, and leave me an Aquarius emoji in the comment section so I know how many Aquarians follow me. I'm going to be using the Astro Matrix Tarot. I'm also going to be using the Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. We're going to do the tarot first and then we'll do the oracle cards. So, Aquarius. I'm being given a vision, and sometimes this happens when I do the Tarotscopes of a male, young male, in hospital. He's sat in what looks like a waiting room and he's got his head in his hands. And the feeling, I don't know whether he's in there as a patient or as a visitor. It feels like it could be a visitor. It doesn't feel like he's staying in there. And I'm feeling he's spending too much time there and he just needs to step back from it, get some grounding, get into the woods. Don't know what that must mean. If it resonates for anyone. Aquarius, July 2025. So, Three of Cups, connections with others. Ooh, Four of Pentacles at the bottom. There's a burnout energy here. There's a burnout. I'm not sure whether it's a burnout of partying or burnout of old energy. And yeah, Two of Wands, needing to bring something new in. There's something you've been holding on to. It could be a way of being, um, a way of being. It could be a person, a situation, something you've been stuck in. It could even be like an old friendship group and it's not going anywhere. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending how you look at it, you're going to need to step away from it. Two of Wands is about manifesting something for yourself. So this could be a group of family, it could be friendship, it could be work, group, whatever, a burden, Ten of Wands, which is needing to place something down, needing to release something. There's people pleasing energies coming up for this as well. So aspects of you that are still people pleasing, that are not wanting to let people down, not wanting to lose face. Four of Wands. What if I'm not accepted? What if I'm rejected? What if I'm not liked? You will be liked. Do you know you've got more chance of being disliked when you're like that than actually if you step into your Two of Wands energy and make a change? Is that Michael Jackson that said make a change in a song? I'm sure it was. Maybe listen to that song, Make a Change. I think it was called that. I don't know. Ace of Pentacles. So stop worrying about others. Stop trying to people please. Stop taking on other people's problems and worries and insecurities and making them your own in some cases. And focus on your goals. You've got the Chariot coming in to take something forward, a determination. There's something here with this as well in needing to be determined. I'm determined to see this through. I don't want to stay stuck in this old narrative. It could also be for some of you that the past is trying to bring you back, pull you back in one way, shape, or form. Just be mindful of that. Be mindful if you're the ones that the past is trying to pull you back. What a burden it was. I've changed. I promise you, I've changed. We're not like that anymore. Just be careful of that. Um, because it could actually shapeshift as well, if that makes sense. The sun, the joy. When the sun comes in, it also shines a light on those areas of us that are quite frail, still in ego, still in pain. So, for although the sun is a joyous card, it can also be a painful card as well, because it can bring up all kinds of things, the things I've lost, the young version of myself, the past. But go with it, stick with it. I'm drawn. I've never said this. I don't ever think with a reading, but that red flag. There's a red flag. I don't. That means something to someone. That red flag. I know in the tarot, I don't think it's about a red flag situation, but I think it's about the root chakra. But there's something here. There's a red flag in a situation. Nine of Cups, looking after yourself and your own emotional security. And the past again, releasing the past. Sometimes we have to go back in order to go forward. You've often heard me talk about this being pulled back to spring forward. So before you go forward, make peace with the past. So when you think about a certain person, situation, or people, you're not thinking, oh God, they were such a dick. Do you know what I mean? Because that just holds you back as well. Interesting, Aquarius. This could also be as simple as your mates that like to go out for a drink and you're wanting something better and they're trying to pull you in. Or girls at work or lads at work that like to gossip and they're trying to pull you in, pull you out if you don't let them do it. Ooh, morning after the night before energy as well. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. So needing to just rest in July. It's a big one. Well, I've had this, well, we have had the solstice at the time of watching. So there will be a lot of upgrades with that and a lot of acclimatizing to do with that. Okay. Council of Light, divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. There's things here that are happening and it's beyond your control. This isn't spirit coming in to sort it out for you and make life easy. This is actually you need to go onto a different path. Pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So your vibration's rising. You are the oracle. You have got wisdom. You're not who you were before. Stop trying to fit that mold again. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, and healing, rewriting the future. So, rewriting the future. So, this is like timeline collapse as well. It's what I keep telling my clients that come for readings. Yeah. Oh, what's the future hold, Claire? Yeah, it could hold that if you're in that frame of mind. But also as well, we can collapse timelines by our behavior. So if you tune in on a lower vibrational timeline, for example, trauma, you can lift that, you can change that. So yeah, interesting. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be serious. Some of this stuff, because I'm feeling it in this reading, can pull you down. There's a lot of stuff we're dealing with here, Aquarius. So just lighten the load a bit. Don't take it all too serious. Don't obsess over it. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So it's, if you're in the northern hemisphere, it's summer, so holidays. If you're in the southern, it's the winter. It's about resting and retreating, either a summer break or a winter break. And what is this card? How rude, just holding it up and expecting other people to read it for you. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. We said about overthinking. Stop overthinking. And that's your reading, Aquarius. If you would like to book a session with me and you're watching on YouTube, go to the description box below and the pinned comment. The booking system is there. And yes, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.